Okay, so in the last lecture, we have started discussion over these types of maintenance, and we have discussed the classification related to the maintenance. Okay, so maintenance are classified into two variety. One is planned maintenance and another one is unplanned maintenance. Then further, this planned maintenance classified as a preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance, and predictive maintenance. Preventive maintenance once again classified as a running maintenance, shutdown maintenance, scheduled maintenance, whereas corrective maintenance is classified as breakdown maintenance, shutdown maintenance, and the unplanned maintenance is classified as emergency maintenance. Okay. Then also we have discussed what is meant by planned maintenance in the last lecture. That if you want to, if you have some pre-thoughts or prior planning to conduct the maintenance activity and you want to control this activity by keeping the records, so then this activity will be this maintenance activity will be considered as a planned maintenance activity. Now this planned maintenance activity are further classified into three categories as a preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance, and predictive maintenance. Also we have discussed the preventive maintenance. What is meant by preventive maintenance? So here the thought process or basic principle is prevention is better than cure. Okay, and those incident uh, related to the breakdown of equipment will happen in a future, and because of that, uh, the production stoppage will happen. That will be prevented by performing this preventive maintenance activities prior to the failure. Okay, prior to the failure. So these types of maintenance are carried out in a predetermined interval time period. Let us consider 15 days, 20 days, 1 week, 1 day. Okay, or according to the maintenance type or according to the maintenance requirement of a machine. So these maintenance are carried out uh, like a preventive maintenance. Okay. So this preventive maintenance once again classified into three categories, that is running maintenance, scheduled maintenance, and shutdown maintenance. So in this lecture, we will discuss about these three types, that is the running maintenance. So if the production is in a running condition or production is going on and the maintenance activities are carried out on a machine. Okay, machine is performing the task and we are carrying out the maintenance activity on that machine. For example, you can take lubrication checking and refilling of a lubrication, or greasing of some of the parts, or oiling of some of the parts, or adjusting the nuts and bolts, or tightening of the screws. Okay, or losing of nut and bolts, or losing of screws. So these activities one can perform without stoppage of that machine. So this kind of maintenance activities will be considered to be a running maintenance activity. Okay, running maintenance activity, and sometimes we can say that this running maintenance activity will enhance the production capacity of the machines or the plant, as we are not stopping the machines. Okay, then scheduled maintenance. Okay, so preventive maintenance is one kind of a scheduled maintenance only. Okay, preventive maintenance is one kind of a scheduled maintenance only. In this scheduled maintenance, uh, the activities are carried out on the basis of a variety of a time interval, as we have discussed in case of a preventive maintenance, that every day some of the activities are need to be carried out. So according to the schedule of that maintenance, some activities are need to be carried out after every 15 days, and some activities need to carry it out quarterly. So the schedule is prepared related to these activities which maintenance are need to be carried out weekly, per day, monthly, and according to that schedule, the specific activities are carried out. Okay, so scheduled maintenance is a variety of a scheduled maintenance to variety of a scheduled maintenance to an object or item of a equipment. Okay, especially planned maintenance is a scheduled service visit carried out by competent and suitable agent to ensure that an item or item of equipment is operating correctly, and to therefore avoid an unscheduled breakdown and downtime. Okay, sometimes what will happen in the industry, this maintenance people, okay, let us consider that Let's take the example of different kinds of walls are required in the machines. Okay, so this walls functioning it should be a proper one. Okay, and if uh, and that should be checked on a regular basis. Okay, now for doing this hydraulic and pneumatic type of a maintenance, a special type of skill sets are required. Okay, or a lot of experience is required. So sometimes this employee or the employees of particular industry don't have that much experience related to maintenance activities related to hydraulic component or a pneumatic component. So uh, the special agency will be hired to perform this task, and that agency will send the suitable person or suitable agent to the industry to carry out the maintenance activity or specific maintenance activity. So that will also considered as a scheduled maintenance. Now, take the example of your bike or your car. So, after dispatching or after getting the bike or car from the showroom, the showroom person or showroom bike seller will provide you one service book. Okay, and in that service book, it is mentioned that after 1,000 or after 1,500 kilometer, you need to once again visit to our showroom and perform the maintenance activity or servicing. Okay, and then after this much time period, or once you completed first servicing, then after next servicing you should be perform after 3,000 kilometer running of that particular bike or that particular uh, car. So here the time period is fixed or running is fixed for maintenance activity is scheduled for the bike or for the car. Okay, so on the basis of kilometers. Okay, and after completion of that much kilometers, you need to visit once again to the showroom or once again to that service station to perform the maintenance activity on that particular car or on that particular bike. Okay, so this is nothing but a scheduled maintenance. Okay, scheduled maintenance. Then shutdown maintenance. Okay, so shutdown maintenance required, it is one kind of a preventive maintenance. For the shutdown maintenance, I want to take one example related to the sugarcane industry. Okay, or um, uh, sugar factories. Okay, so in a sugar factory, but how the schedule is running for the 6 month, the crushing of sugar canes or sugar is produced, and for next 6 months, these sugar factories are in idle condition. Okay, so now before starting of that particular sugar factories, all the maintenance of all the equipments like boiler, whatever the equipments are there in the factory, all the equipment maintenance is performed. But at that time, plant is in a shutdown condition. Okay, so yeah, nothing will be working in the industry, all in a shutdown condition, or all the activities are stopped. And at that time, this maintenance activities are carried out to prepare once again that equipments for the seasonal time period or for that next 6 month time period. Okay, so here these maintenance activities are carried out after stoppage of all the or after shutdowning the plant. Okay, and these are the seasonal activities which need to be carried out to ensure or to rely on the performance of that particular uh, we can say that instruments. Okay, so shutdown maintenance, which is a set of preventive maintenance activities that are carried out when the production line is in a total stoppage situation. These are performed generally after 3 or 6 months. This involves the inspection of a plant items which are known or suspected to occur. Okay, so some of the activities will ensure that this will happen in the future. Okay, depends upon their analysis, and the inspection will be carried out, faults are or diagnosis will be carried out, and the faults are determined, and the maintenance activities are carried out on that. Okay, so that will be the shutdown maintenance. Getting everyone? Is there any question, any doubt? Now the next step is nothing but a corrective maintenance. Next type of maintenance activity is the corrective maintenance. Now here we need to understand the difference between corrective maintenance and the preventive maintenance. So corrective maintenance is carried out once the failure is happened. Okay. Corrective maintenance is carried out when once the failure is happened, and preventive maintenance is carried out when yet not the failure is happened. Okay. So this corrective maintenance activity, to carry out the corrective maintenance activities, machine should be breakdown. Okay. But machine should be in a breakdown condition. Then and then only whatever the maintenance activities we are performing on that breakdown machine or failure machine, that will be considered as the corrective maintenance activities. Okay. Now, in this type, actions such as repair, replacement, or restore will be carried out after the occurrence of a failure in order to eliminate the source of the failure or reduce the frequency of its occurrence. Okay. It also includes the different types of actions like typical adjustment of redesign of equipment. Then the difference between corrective maintenance and preventive maintenance is that for the corrective maintenance, the failure should occur before any corrective action is taken. Now, this corrective maintenance once again segregated into two different types. That is nothing but breakdown maintenance and shutdown maintenance. Okay, breakdown and shutdown maintenance. So breakdown maintenance, we know that immediately failure, if the failure is happen, okay, failure is happen. Just now we have discussed, if the failure is happen and then you are doing this maintenance activity, then that will be considered to be a breakdown maintenance activity. Okay. Then why one should wait to happen the breakdown? Okay. So small scale industries, or we can say that the instruments which does not require that much critical maintenance activities. Okay. So in that situation, the performance of that instruments will be will satisfy up to the breakdown to the plant head or to the workers who is working on that particular machine. And uh, uh, in this case, the workers or the maintenance department wait until the complete breakdown will not be happen for that particular machine. And once the breakdown will happen, then and then only the maintenance activities are carried out. Okay. Now this maintenance activities in a such a manner that some type this will be like mechanical or electrical faults are there, or there are some circuit failures are there, or mechanical breakdown will be there. So these parts or this electrical parts or mechanical parts will be replaced, or if it is required to okay. So if there is requirement to repair or replace, so accordingly that action will be taken, and uh, uh, the equipment will be once again in a working condition. Okay. So it is emergency based policy in which the plant or equipment is operated until it fails, and then it is brought back into the running condition by repairing. Okay. The maintenance staff locate any mechanical, electrical, or any other fault to correct it immediately. It is feasible for the small factory where there are few types of equipment. Machine and equipments are simply and does not require any specialist to perform that particular maintenance, where sudden failure does not cause any serious financial loss for the industry. So at that time, one can wait until the machine will not fail, and then one can perform the breakdown maintenance activity. Now, the shutdown maintenance, we have discussed that about the shutdown maintenance previously. So here, the sometimes we know that uh, um, after the happening of a breakdown, the complete stoppage of plant will happen. Okay. Like if you take the example that some of the machines or some of the plants having one common shaft. Okay. Means on one motor is there, and on that motor, all the one shaft is connected, and uh, from that shaft, power is transmitted to multiple number of machines. Okay. let us consider that shaft get breakdown. So at that time you need to stop all the production, or you need to stop all the plant, and you have to perform the maintenance of that particular shaft. Okay, so here shutdown maintenance is carried out once the failure of a dependable machines parts, and during that until and unless you will not repair that part, or will not perform the maintenance of that particular part, your plant will not be run. Okay, so that activity will be considered as a shutdown maintenance activity. So let us consider that in the sugar factory, once again, if mm, the the boilers, there are boilers, so whose function is to generate the steam, and which is useful to boil the sugarcane juice. Okay, now this is the main part of that particular industry, or main equipment of a sugar industry. So now if the boiler will get failed during the working time, or during the working season, so what will happen? The complete plant stoppage will be happen, and until and unless you will not perform the maintenance of that particular boiler, your plant will not be started once again. Okay, so that kind of maintenance will be considered as a corrective maintenance, but corrective maintenance with shutdown maintenance, corrective with shutdown maintenance. Okay, getting everyone? The next type is nothing but a predictive maintenance. Now, as the name implies, here we need to predict the failure of a machine. Means what? Let us consider that you are having vibration meter, okay, or you are measuring the vibration, or you are measuring the oil level, you are measuring the RPMs of a machines, and the scientific technique to convert that particular parameter into the lifetime of that particular machine, or after how much days this machine will get fail, and what are the root causes related to that particular failure, that will be identified by measuring the suitable parameters. Okay, suitable parameter, whatever it may be, so related to the vibration also, related to the coolant also, related to the friction also. Okay, or related to the wear rate of a particular component also. So that will be measured, and suitable conclusion will be taken on the basis of that particular parameters, and the failure will be predicted. Okay, and that will be converted into how many days, after how many days this will get failed, or how much time period is remaining, or lifetime period is remaining related to that particular machine, that will be determined, and accordingly the maintenance activities are carried out to remove out the root cause of that particular symptom. Okay, and this type of a maintenance activities will be considered to be predictive maintenance. Okay, this type of a maintenance activity will be considered to be predictive maintenance. So as the name implies, it involves the prediction of the failure before it occurs, identifying the root cause for those failure symptoms, and eliminating those causes before they result in extensive damage of the equipment. So type of a maintenance performed continuously or at a interval according to the requirements to diagnosis and monitor a condition of a condition or a system, also called a condition based maintenance. Okay, so here the diagnosis will be taken into consideration to perform the maintenance activity. Okay, now unplanned maintenance. Now as the name implies, this maintenance will not be planned. Okay, it will happen on the spot. Okay, so there is no prior planning to perform this maintenance activity, and this type of a maintenance also considered to be the emergency type of a maintenance. Okay, now here the maintenance will be carried out whatever the tools are available or resources are available. Okay, in the industry. So resources in the sense of a maintenance tools, maintenance people, or another things, or spare parts. So whatever the things are available in the industry, on that basis, the maintenance activities are carried out, and try to reduce the lead time between the failure and the working of a machine. Okay, and try to save the production time period. Okay, so if you take the example of a gas leakage in a chemical plant, now here this is the very much dangerous thing. We know that Bhopal gas leakage So thousands of people from Bhopal area died due to this particular gas leakage in one of the factory. So this is the serious case. No one is predicted that will happen, but here the necessary steps to be taken to reduce the leakage and to reduce the gas leakage from the particular equipment or from the storage tank. Then sometimes fire hazards, sometimes there will be breakdown in a boiler or in a turbine. So these are the serious cases, because boilers, turbines are, one can say that it's a heart of that particular industry. If that industry using the boiler, then boiler will be the heart of that particular industry. Then the industry using the turbine, then that turbine will be considered as a main equipment of that particular industry. So if during the working time this breakdown of the boilers and turbines will happen, then immediately the maintenance force or maintenance people will become in the action and try to reduce the losses happen for a long time period. If this will break down for the long time period, so whatever the losses will happen, that losses uh, this maintenance people try to reduce. So that is nothing but unplanned maintenance. Okay, unplanned maintenance. Getting everyone? Now, these maintenance activities are to be classified uh, into these maintenance problems are classified into different categories. Okay, so problems are classified on the basis of a mechanical failure, thermal failure, or a chemical failure. Okay, then these problems are also classified on the basis of the time span required to perform the maintenance activity. So that is nothing but short run maintenance problems, long run maintenance problems. Okay, so mechanical failure means what? The worn out bushes are there, bearings are there, or other moving parts are there which are failed. Then fatigue of a machine members, or creep of a material at a high temperature, or excessive force vibration, or misalignment. So failure because of these things will be considered to be as a mechanical failure. Then thermal failure will be considered to be because of a temperature and increase in temperature, or electrical failure, or failure of insulating material. So that will be considered as a thermal failure. So overfitting of the component, lack of lubrication, inadequate cooling, then electrical insulation failure. So that will consider under the thermal failure, whereas the chemical failure will be considered to be, we know that the some of the chemicals which are having abrasive particles or corrosive particles. Okay, and these chemicals corrode. Okay, uh, corrode the pipelines through which they are flowing. So if the leakage will happen in that pipeline, so that will happen most of the time because of the abrasive particle or corrosive nature of that particular chemical. Okay, so this some fluids are very much highly corrosive in nature. Okay, so for that fluid, most of the time the plastic pipes, or we can say that PVC pipes, are used. The steel or iron based pipes are more corrosive one, and when such a highly corrosive chemicals comes in the contact with the steel or iron pipes, then the corrosion rate will be very much high. So to reduce this corrosion rate, most of the time the PVC pipes are used where the chemicals are transported from one location to another location. Okay, but there also may be chances of a failure. So that some chemicals also corrosive in nature for the PVC pipes. So need to decide the proper material for transportation of a fluid from one location to another location, and corrosive part need to take into account. Okay, sometimes we know that the in the heat exchanger also the soot and ash deposition, because of the soot and ash deposition, the performance of heat exchangers also get decreases. And in the food industries or in the chemical industries, this heat exchangers will be considered to be a major equipment. Okay, heat exchangers will be considered to be a major equipment. And because of this deposition of ash and soot on the inner surface of heat exchanger, um, the performance of this particular heat exchanger will get decreases or reduced, and need to remove out that uh, uh, soot and deposition of ash on the surface, inner surface of a heat exchanger. So for that purpose also you need to perform the maintenance activity. Okay. So sometimes there will be a failure of a protective linking like glasses, rubbers, etc. Okay. So protective linking means what? You know that where there is a moving parts are there, and uh, uh, moving parts, and you want to store some oil inside that. Okay, like our engine. So oil is stored, but piston is considered to be a moving part. Okay. Now there are some rubbers are used to avoid the leakage from the piston area. Okay. So some kind of leathers are used there. Okay, to avoid the leakage of uh, uh, oils or liquids which are stored over there. And due to high temperature of oil, this material will get fail, or its strength will get reduced, and because of that the failure will happen. So that will also considered to be under a chemical failure. Okay, getting everyone? Now maintenance problems are classified on the basis of a time span. Okay, short run production problem. So short run production problem which are to be carried out in a short period of a time. Okay, a short period of a time are known as a short run production time. It may be in a simple language, how much time is required to perform the maintenance. So on that basis, classification is done. So short run production problem will be classified once again hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. Some production activities required less than 1 hour to perform that activity. So um, that hourly will be classified. Some activities required daily, 1 day time period, or daily activities. Some activities need to perform on a daily basis. Okay, some activities need to perform on hourly basis. Some activities need to perform on a weekly basis, and some activities need to perform on a monthly basis. And these activities are segregated over here. Hourly basis, which activities you can perform. So this activity is mostly performed by the worker which is working on that machine. Okay, hourly, not a maintenance department or maintenance person can't reach to the specific machine. Okay, so the person which is working on that machine, that worker only perform that activities, hourly activities, that is inspection of a correct lubricant level of a coolant, sharpness of a cutting tool. So these activities will be performed by the worker only. Then daily activities. So once the worker visited to its workstation, that worker will ensure so that cleaning of a machine or tightening of a nuts, correct cooling, that will not be inspected by the maintenance department. This will be done by the worker only. So cleaning of a machine, tightening of a nuts, correct cooling level, or inspection of various indicators, minor adjustment of a part. So that need to be performed on a daily basis. Then weekly activities are there. Now this for the weekly activities and for the monthly activities. Now here the maintenance department involved. So major adjustments are there related to the offset of a machine, related to the tolerances of the instrument. So these activities will be considered, will be taken care by the maintenance department only. So major adjustment, lubrication, tightening of a parts. Okay, so major activities will be performed on weekly basis. Then on a monthly basis, some checklists are prepared, and on that basis, these activities are performed, like checking for insulation, corrosion, safety guards, checking of worm out and deteriorated parts. Okay, so for that purpose, the special skill sets are required to check up the insulation condition or corrosion condition, or the safety guard condition, or how much particular equipment parts are worn out. Okay, and what kind of corrective actions need to take place on that. So for that purpose, the special skill sets are required. Sometimes to do this inspection, the external agencies or external parties are involved, and in collaboration with the maintenance department, this external agency or external agents perform this weekly or monthly activities related to the maintenance. Okay, Then procedure of a preventive maintenance. Now, everybody write down what this procedure of a preventive maintenance. Draw this diagram. First of all, job identification by preparing of a facility engineer. Job identification by preparing of a facility engineer. Job identification by preparing of facility engineer. Okay, then preparing of a maintenance schedule. Preparing of a maintenance schedule. Procedure of preventive maintenance. First step is job identification by preparing of a facility engineer. Second step is preparation of maintenance schedule. Preparation of maintenance schedule. Preparation of maintenance schedule. Then third stage is preparation of history record. Preparation of history record. Then now here, these three steps after that, this arrow comes to this block. Okay, so here preparation of job specification. Preparation of job specification. Preparation of job specification. Then preparation of a maintenance program. Preparation of a maintenance program. Preparation of maintenance program. Then preparation of monthly weekly maintenance program. Preparation of monthly weekly maintenance program. Then from this arrow comes to this location, that is preparation of inspection report. Preparation of inspection report. Preparation of inspection report. Then preparation of maintenance request. Preparation of maintenance request. Then corrective and control action. Then corrective and control action. Corrective and control action. Okay, now this feedback from this corrective and control action will be provided once again to the first step. Okay, so this line goes once again to the first step. That will be nothing but feedback is given from this location or from this step to the first step. Okay, so feedback, that is closed loop system is there. Closed loop system is there. Now preparation of a maintenance schedule is also connected with preparation of an inspection report. Okay, so now from this level, once feedback is provided to the maintenance schedule also. Okay, maintenance schedule also. So it is shown by the dotted line. Shown by the dotted line. Okay. Now we will discuss one by one what is the importance of each step or what activities need to be carried out in each step. Okay. So first is nothing but job identification by preparing of facility engineer. So first step in the preventive maintenance procedure is to prepare the facility register. Okay, first of all, facility register will be prepared, and in that facility register, what activities or what things we are going to maintain. So record of that things, okay, will be listed over there. Okay, which the very first step of a PMP, that is the preventive maintenance procedure, is to prepare the facility register. Okay, register, which defines that what to be maintained. Okay, what to be maintained, क्या आपको क्या maintain करना है वो first of all define करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so let us consider for one machine you need to maintain the oil level. For one machine you need to maintain the RPM level. For one machine you need to maintain the cooling, okay, or the coolant. For one machine you need to maintain the wear rate of belt. Okay, for one machine you need to maintain the gearbox. Okay, so like that. So this is the list that the maintenance department need to maintain, and that should be prepared at the initial level. That is nothing but job identification, which job that maintenance department need to perform, that should be identified and that should be recorded. Okay, so that is nothing but job identification step. Now second step is preparation of a maintenance schedule. Now here in this step we prepare a maintenance schedule. It is simply a comprehensive list of all the incident and their time of a incident. Okay, and it gives the useful information regarding the method, time and place of a maintenance work. Beside it also provides the secondary information about the maintenance manpower requirement, etc. It gives the various details regarding the maintenance, like what, when and how and where. Okay, so maintenance schedule, this activity or this stage is important one, where you are going to understand so when that particular incident is happen. Okay, and what are the different factors because of that this incident related to the maintenance or related to the breakdown which is happen. Okay, now this information is recorded in this particular stage, and here how much a number of manpower is required to perform that particular task, so that will be recorded over there. Okay, and what skill set required to perform that particular task, so all that things recorded in this preparation of a maintenance schedule stage. Okay, then third thing is nothing but preparation of a history card. Now each machine is having a specific history card. Here all the incidents happened for that machine will be recorded in a history card. So once if anything happen for suddenly happen for that particular machine, and let us consider that the maintenance in charge is changed or maintenance team is changed, or the work is carried out in a shift. Now for the first shift different maintenance in charge, for the second shift different maintenance in charge or different workers, and for the third shift different workers are there. So what is happening in the first shift, that will not be known to the second shift person, or that will not be known to the third shift person. Okay, so for that reason these history cards are very much useful. In this history card all the incidents which are happen related to the specific machine, that all the incidents are recorded, and the corrective steps which are taken, that will be mentioned in that. So it not only gives the useful information about the result of a maintenance event, but also furnishes the essential details regarding the uses of a machines, free of failure and failure modes. Okay, then fourth step is preparation of a job specification. Okay, now you are going to carry out the maintenance. Okay, and what tools are required to carry out that maintenance, then which essential things are important, or let us consider one thing is nothing but tool. Okay, second thing is nothing but material requirement. Okay, spare part requirement. So all these job specification and manpower requirement, so all these related to the work carry out information, that is nothing but preparation of job specification. So in this step the job specification is prepared. It is simply document which provide the essential information regarding the maintenance work to be done. In general practice, these job details are specifications compiled from the maintenance schedule. Okay, now this step is connected to the maintenance schedule. They are a means of communicating the engineering requirement to the guide the workers. They are prepared separately for each job. Okay, for each maintenance activity, job specification will be different one. Okay, and what activities need to be carried out, that is known to the engineer, and these engineers are prepared these uh, reports related to how to conduct the maintenance activity and what tools required and what manpower required. All these things are mentioned in that particular document, and this document will be available for the worker who is performing the maintenance task. Okay, so that will be nothing but preparation of job specification. Then preparation of a maintenance program. Once the sequential list which allocated the specific maintenance work to be specific period. Okay, then in order to apply the job specification, the maintenance program is generally prepared for long run when the machines and equipments to be inspected. But it is not a good practice, because an industry cannot be prepare a long run production well in advance, since too many factors arises and they will result into change in production and maintenance requirement. It presents a overall picture of a present and future maintenance communication. Okay, programming means what? Programming means we have to prepare the list for the long run. Okay, first of all, we have to prepare the which maintenance activity are going to carry out maintenance department during the specific time period. Okay, so that will be prepared initially. But what is the problem? For specific product or for the specific industry, the department will not ensure that this production will run for how much days or how much hours. It will depend upon the situation of market, and accordingly the production run will work. But the maintenance activity will be prepared for the long run, and which is not that much good to prepare the or to prepare the long run maintenance activities. Okay, now this maintenance activity provide the picture what maintenance activities need to be carried out in the present situation and what maintenance activities need to be carried out in the future situation. Okay, or in the future. Okay, so that will be the next preparation of weekly monthly maintenance program. Now here in this stage you have to segregate the maintenance activity as a weekly activity, monthly activity. Okay, and you have to prepare the list of that. So here some of the activities are mentioned which need to be segregated. First one is reconditioning or replacing the lubricating oil. Then second one, repairing and replacing worn out parts and tools, etc. Then checking all the electrical connections of the system, then checking the control system, then checking the performance of each part, then cleaning the interior parts like spark plugs, filters, radiators, crankcase, cylinder, etc. It will lie under the long run maintenance programming. Okay, so these activities, whatever the activities, should be segregated as a weekly or monthly maintenance activities, and accordingly the inspection reports are prepared. So this simply document which furnish the useful information about the maintenance inspection which were performed in the past. Okay, so inspection report is prepared after the performance of inspection. What is the condition of a machine, and that will be maintained. Then the preparation of a maintenance request. Then here the next step under plant maintenance procedure is to preparation of a maintenance request. It is simply a document or various maintenance suggestions and recommendation given by the inspection report. Suggestions are the useful feedback information that comes from the user end users or end workers. Now here different departments are there. Different departments will provide the maintenance requests. Let us consider that the quality department is there, so quality instruments are there. So that instrument also, or the workers which are working on that instrument, that will provide the request to the maintenance department about the performance of a maintenance activity. Then electrical department is there, that also provide the maintenance schedule or maintenance request to the maintenance department. Then production department is there, that also provide. Then foundry department or fettling department or cleaning department. So all these departments are there in the industry which provide or which provide the request to the maintenance department about the performance of a maintenance which is not a part of preventive maintenance. And this, according to the request, the schedule is prepared once again. Okay, and or job identification is done by taking the feedbacks from the end users or the workers. Okay, because they will know the condition of the instrument or condition of the machine. So their feedback will be considered to be a prior information, or given the first priority, and that should be noted, and it will be converted into a preventive maintenance procedure. Okay, so feedback mechanism, as we have discussed, the feedbacks are considered to be an important thing after performing the maintenance activity. What is the situation of machine and whether it is working properly or not, and what extra needed to to make the machine run properly. So that feedback will be taken. So in the last step, the application of a corrective and control actions are available on the basis of feedback mechanism. This corrective action should be applied to respective plant facilities at the initial stage of maintenance planning or design. Okay. Schedule of a preventive maintenance. So what will be the schedule? We can say that there are some questions that we should be answered in the schedules of a preventive maintenance. So first one is nothing but what is to be done or what should be maintained. Okay. Second question is how you are going to maintain that thing and when you are going to maintain that thing. Okay. So what कौन सी मशीन आपको मेंटेन करनी है, वो कैसे मेंटेन करनी है और कब मेंटेन करनी है. सो इन तीन क्वेश्चन का जवाब. ओके. और आंसर्स ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन related is included in a schedules of a preventive maintenance. So it is simply comprehensive list of all the incidents and their time of the incident. It gives the following useful information regarding the maintenance work. That is what is to be done or maintained, how is to be done or how is to be maintained, when is to be maintained. Besides this, it may also provide the secondary information regarding the place of a maintenance and maintenance requirement. Okay. Is it okay? So now the next point is related to the total production maintenance. Now this term total production maintenance is originated in Japan in 1971, which is used to increase the productivity and by doing the better utilization of a maintenance activities. Okay. So it is also called as a medical science of machines. Okay. So total productive maintenance will be one kind of a program where all the departmental workers or all the machine workers are involved to perform the maintenance activity. So here the most important aspect of a total productive maintenance is to reduce the defect and is to reduce the breakdown. Okay. So the total productive maintenance having two objectives. The first one is nothing but breakdown, zero breakdown, and second one is nothing but zero defect. Okay. So once these two objectives are achieved, then automatically the cost of a production and cost of a production will get reduced, and inventory level is also get reduced, and its utilization will get enhanced. Okay. Now how it will be done? Okay. So it will be involved all the, I have already suggested that in a total productive maintenance activities, all the workers are involved. Okay. So the responsibility is provided to all the workers, and here the worker is the first person, or the workstation in charge is the first person to perform the maintenance activity, and all the rights are given to that particular workstation in charge. Okay. Now by doing the productive maintenance, one can say that it's aim to maximize the equipment effectiveness. Then it establishes a thought system of a productive maintenance for entire lifespan of the equipment. Then it implement company wide, that is nothing but it included engineers also, then operations also, and maintenance also. Then here the involvement of all the employees. Now it is based on a promotion of a PM, that is predictive maintenance through motivational management. Okay. So no one is ready to perform the extra task. Now here some of the industries, what they are doing, they are giving 1 hour extra to think the workers. Means what, let us consider that your working hour is up to 5 p.m. So you have to perform the task up to 4 p.m. and 1 hour you can perform the task related to the maintenance or related to the Kaizen or related to the Kanban. Okay. So like that way, the company is motivating their employees to perform the extra things, or they are allowing worker to think on a specific task. Okay. So here the word total in a productive maintenance refers to, first one is total effectiveness, indicates the pursuit of economical efficiency or profitability. Then total maintenance system includes the maintenance, prevention, and corrective maintenance, that is CM, and also the preventive maintenance. Okay, so what it means, first of all, we have to think about how to reduce the maintenance. Okay, maintenance level, that is nothing but maintenance prevention. If it is not under control, then how one can go for the corrective type of a maintenance. Okay, corrective type of a maintenance, and through that one can go for the preventive type of maintenance. If this corrective maintenance you have done now this maintenance, corrective maintenance means what? After failure of a machine. Okay, so uh, to that should not be happen once again. For that purpose you need to take the care. Okay, that is nothing but you have to consider the preventive maintenance for that particular event. Okay, and here the total also indicates the total participation of all the employees. So TPM is defined as a productive maintenance involving total participation. TPM is defined as a productive maintenance involves total participation. Okay, so here the TPM success will be considered when these 6 losses are reduced. Okay, 6 big losses. First one is nothing but downtime. So downtime is a negative point, or it will be the loss for the production, or it will be considered to be loss of productive time, and that will be converted into a monetary value. So downtime will happen because of a equipment failure or a breakdown of that particular equipment, and the setup time, whatever the setup time is required. Then the speed losses. Okay, so speed losses means what? The 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 instrument is not working according to its level of a performance. So there are some idling between them. Idling means there will not be any work for the instrument or for the machine, and there are some minor stoppages are there, and the performance of that particular machine get deteriorated. Okay, and because of that the production rate is reduced. Okay, so speed loss means production reduced, production speed is reduced. Then defects, there are some process defects. Okay, the qualitative defects are there, and because of that defects you are not able to achieve the demand. Okay, so these defects, these losses, and reduced yield. Okay, reduced yield means profitability, your profitability is reduced. So these 6 losses can be covered by using the total productive maintenance. Okay, this 6 losses can be covered by using the total productive maintenance. Getting everyone? Then why TPM? TPM was introduced to achieve the following objective. That important one are listed over here. The first one is to avoid the wastage in quick changing economic environment, then producing the goods without reducing the product quality, reduce cost, produce a low batch quantity at the earliest possible time. Goods sent to the customer must be non-defective. Okay, so these agendas with the TPM. First one is nothing but adapt the new things in the industry as quick as possible, and uh, the next one is need to produce the good quality of a products, then reduce the cost of the production, then produce the component initially at with a lower batch quantity, and then you can increase that, but initial batch should be a lower quantity batch. Then the foolproof products, or less defective or non-defective products should be transported to the customer end. Okay, defective product should not be transported to the customer. Okay, so for that purpose this TPM is involved. Now there are various stages of maintenance which are starting from 1950 to 1970 onwards. Okay, so stage one is initial stage will be considered as which performing the breakdown maintenance. Then the preventive maintenance comes into the picture. Then productive maintenance comes into picture, and now most of the companies trying to follow the total productive maintenance. Okay, total productive maintenance. So these are some of the stages according to the lifespan of that particular TPM, how the TPM is developed. Okay, now how one can go for the development of a TPM in a particular industry. So there are also three stages. The first stage will be considered as a preparation stage. So in this stage, a suitable environment is created by establishing a plan for the introducing of a TPM. Then this stage is anonymous to the product design stage. Okay, in a product design stage, what we are doing, we are brainstorming on the product and what will be the output we are thinking and how the products will look like. Okay, so like that way, the TPM for the implementation of a TPM, the brainstorming is done and suitable events are created in the industry, and the environment is prepared to start the TPM activity in the industry. Then second stage is will be considered as a preliminary implementation stage. So here the anonymous to the production stage of the product, and this is also referred to as a stabilization stage. Here the goal are to be set and also a specific time frame is mapped in order to boost the morale of the employee. Now here what is plan is prepared. Okay, plan is prepared and the timeline is provided to that particular prepared plan. So within month you have to reach up to this goal, up to this goal, then next week or in next month you have to reach up to this goal. Like that timeline is prepared, and the implementation of that timeline will be started. And third stage will be considered as a complete implementation stage. So this is the stage of a complete stabilization of a TPM program, and company must measure the actual results achieved against the TPM targets. Okay, so here in the third stage, analysis will be prepared about the TPM program and what goals we have set, whether that goals are achieved or not. So that will be measured by the industries. Okay, so the activities are provided. So what are the different activities need to carried out during the each stage? So during the preparation stage, organization TPM lectures in the company and publish the articles on a TPM in the company's newsletter. So lectures should be arranged on the TPM, then educating the employee about the total productive maintenance, then seminar and promoting them to attend the seminar and conference related to the TPM, then formation of a special committee at each level to promote the TPM, then establish a central headquarter and assign the staff, then analyze the existing situation and according to that need to set up the goal, then predicting of the results related to that, then preparation of a detailed implementation plan for the preparation stage. Then second stage what activities need to be carried out, that is preliminary implementation stage will be considered as a second stage. Here the awareness among the client, affiliated and subcontracting companies are there. So to them also we can say that these are also the part of your industry, or we can say that they are also considered the TPM as the implementation tool. And accordingly, because if you are increasing your standard but your supplier did not increase their product standard, okay, so it will be the loss. So here in the second stage, firstly you increase the morale of one can say that the clients or parties who are supplying the material to you also. Then whatever the six losses we have considered, so to minimize that particular losses, you have to start the battle. Then you have to create the atmosphere sphere to increase the morale and dedication of the worker. Then you have to create the meetings, or you have to arrange the meetings, and you have to create the reports related to that. And during that particular plan, what is happen, so that should be recorded. Then implementation stage, then select the suitable model which is best suitable for your industry. Form one project team related to the TPM, build diagnostic skills, then establish worker certification procedures, include periodic and predictive maintenance, spare parts maintenance, then tools, blueprints, and the schedules. Then train the leaders who in turn train the group members. Then maintenance prevention, MP design will be there. Then life cycle cost analysis will be prepared. Then evaluate the results and set higher goals will be done. So that will be the third stage. Okay, so various stages are there. Now the TPM basically depends upon 5 years. Actually, they 5 years आहे, but here the 6 years is added in the TPM. Okay, 6 years is added in the TPM, and to maintain the workplace cleanly and more effectively, and to increase the efficiency of worker to work at work location, uh, this 6 years terminology is more important. So this 6 years terminology comes from Japan. So there are some Japanese words: Siri, Shiton, Siso, Shiketsu, Shitsuke, and Shikari. Okay, so these are the 6 S's which are in the Japanese language. Okay, so their meanings in English that are given that organization, tidiness, purity, cleanliness, discipline, and let us try hard. Okay, so what is the meaning of each word? You have to organize the tools whatever you required in a priority basis. Okay, most used tools should be handy to you, less used tools should be less handy to you. Okay, then tidiness, you have to maintain the cleanliness at your work location. Okay, purity, okay, you need to provide uh, the proper uh, standard, or you can say that you have to standardize this procedure. Okay, then cleanliness, you have to maintain the cleanliness, and you have to follow that thing on a daily basis, that is discipline. And everyone should try this above 5 years at their work location, and try in a hard sense to achieve the goals of this particular success. Okay, so that is nothing but let us try hard. Okay, so the next we will discuss in the next lecture, maintenance performance evaluation. Hope you understood all the points related to today's lecture. If you have any doubt, any question, then you can ask me, or else you can put up your roll numbers in the chat box and you can leave this meeting.